Blessings, and welcome to episode 9 of Exploring Esoterica. For this episode, we explore the evolution of paganism and Wicca through history. The complex history of paganism begins with the Latin word paganus, meaning country dweller, which early Christians later used pejoratively to describe followers of traditional polytheistic and animistic faiths. This linguistic evolution reflects the broader cultural shifts that would shape religious practice for centuries to come. Archaeological evidence reveals pagan practices dating back to Paleolithic times, with artifacts like Venus figurines and megalithic structures such as Stonehenge demonstrating early humans' profound connection to natural cycles, fertility, and cosmic patterns. These early beliefs established foundations for the sophisticated religious systems that would emerge in ancient Mediterranean civilizations, where ritual sacrifice, temple worship, and divination became central practices. The classical pagan period saw elaborate religious traditions develop in Greek, Roman, Egyptian, and Mesopotamian societies. These weren't static systems, but evolved through cultural exchange, imperial expansion, and philosophical developments like Neoplatonism. Paganism's deep integration into civic life continued until Christianity's rise in the 4th century CE, when emperors Constantine and Theodosius I began actively suppressing traditional practices, closing temples and outlawing rituals. During the Middle Ages, pagan beliefs persisted by merging with Christian customs. Saints' days replaced seasonal festivals, while Christianized spirits took the place of household deities. Rural communities maintained agricultural rites like May Day and Samhain, often practicing in secret. This period also witnessed the emergence of witch hunts, where traditional folk practices became dangerously associated with demonic activity and maleficium, harmful magic. The Renaissance marked a significant revival of interest in pagan philosophies through the Hermetic corpus, Neoplatonism, and Kabbalah. Influential thinkers like Marsilio Ficino and Giordano Bruno reinterpreted classical pagan ideas within Christian mystical frameworks, laying groundwork for modern esoteric traditions and occult practices that would influence later movements. The mid-20th century brought a revolutionary development with Gerald Gardner's introduction of Wicca. Gardner, claiming initiation into a surviving witch coven around 1939, created a cohesive system by combining elements from ceremonial magic, folklore, and Freemasonry. Margaret Murray's witch cult hypothesis, though later academically discredited, significantly shaped Gardner's framework and modern perceptions of witchcraft. Wicca's core principles emphasized duotheism, worship of both God and goddess, and nature's sanctity. The tradition includes the Wheel of the Year festivals, the ethical Wiccan Rede, and it harm none, do what you will, and the threefold law of karmic return. The movement soon diversified, with Gardnerian and Alexandrian Wicca emerging as prominent traditions, the latter incorporating more ceremonial magical elements. The 1970s and 1980s saw further evolution with the emergence of Dianic Wicca, influenced by second-wave feminism and focused exclusively on goddess worship. Authors like Scott Cunningham and Raymond Buckland popularized more accessible, solitary forms of practice, particularly in North America. This period also saw the rise of other Neopagan movements focused on reconstructing specific ethnic traditions such as Asatru, Norse, and Hellenism, which prioritized historical accuracy over Wicca's syncretic approach. The digital age has transformed how paganism and Wicca spread and evolve. Online platforms facilitate global connections among practitioners, with phenomena like Witch Talk representing a youth-driven revival of interest in magical practices. Academic legitimacy has grown through pagan studies programs, while legal protections and military chaplaincies have institutionalized these faiths in several countries. Contemporary discussions within these communities address crucial issues of cultural appropriation, authenticity, gender inclusivity, and ecological activism. Critics point to Wicca's romanticization of European history and its universalizing tendencies, while supporters value its flexibility as a spiritual framework for modern practitioners. The endurance of paganism and Wicca's emergence reflect humanity's persistent desire to connect with the sacred through nature and myth. These traditions continue evolving, offering paths for spiritual exploration and ecological awareness in our increasingly secular world, while maintaining connections to ancient practices and beliefs that have shaped human spirituality for millennia. This has been a presentation of Black Moon Publishing.